Shirewolves owe us lunch money, and we will be taking it at that event.
Whitwer, the system, the clock, Harloff, none of these guys can get in front of my destiny.
Let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Brienne, hey, so good to see you.
Good to see you.
Here, come on in. Do you want to take a seat? You can sit in my chair. Sit in my chair.
I do want to sit in your chair.
Take a load off. Take a load off. I'm so glad you're here. I just wanted to let you know. Real quick. I'm so happy that you're here. And since you are our current free-for-all champion, I got you something. Just wait for a second.
What'd you get?
I had this commissioned. I figured it was time. We've done 2 free-for-alls. We have 2 champions so far. I figured it was time that we had a belt. So may I present you with this belt? The official free-for-all belt for our official free-for-all champion. Wear it with pride and joy.
Has my initials.
It has your
How
initials
lovely.
on it. You're ready to go. I'm so happy. Come.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, thanks. This was really nice of you, Dad. Thanks.
So we're good?
We're good. Yeah. Except for that Patreon thing. We're still doing that, so.
Wait, how many patrons do you have so far?
I don't know.
A lot of the time, if you come on too strong with a young person, they retreat into themselves. They give up. And what I want to do is, encourage young Cody. Let him know maybe there's an off chance that you could actually do well, and bring him into the fold. Let him really experience the show.
And your winner, the Professor, Lon Harris!
Cobster, my boy, so excited to finally face you in the field of battle. Yes, Mr. Cobster, this is your Professor Lon Harris. I've left a number of messages with your answering service. I have not heard back. Concerned about your associate, a certain Mr. Cobster.
Oh, yeah, friends.
I've written to him, I've called him, I've emailed him, I've driven by his house in the middle of the night, I've sent him bitcoins. I've done everything I can think to do to get this young man's attention. I believe he should join our circle and learn and train with us, and I just don't hear back.
Please stop harassing Cobster.
Harassing? I'm improving, Cobster. It's a rigorous program.
No. I found somebody for you.
Oh, do tell.
Ethan Erwin.
Hey guys, I'm Ethan Erwin. I am EVP of Silver Pictures, and I'm here to finally, at long last, compete in Schmoedown.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, Ethan Big Time Erwin!
I've got my eye on a few of these people.
Oh, do you now? Anybody you want to call out in particular?
I would say Bateman, the Dude, Roca. I'm coming for you guys. It's happening. But someday I'll work my way up to Sam Levine.
And their next opponent, Ethan Erwin! Ethan had a great debut against Yolanda Machado. Missed maybe one, I don't even know.
Yeah, it was a great performance, a great debut.
Yeah, Ethan Erwin is a dangerous competitor.
Yeah, you came in, you lasted 15 rounds. Tell me what's going through your head, as you keep knocking people down one by one, sometimes by twos.
You know what? I was really just, this is stupid to say, but I was just playing against myself.
What do you want though? We're doing teams, we're doing inner geekdom, singles.
I'm doing it all. I want the title in every single one of those.
Joining me on the desk today, it's the two-time champion himself, Marc "Yodi" Riley is here.
Happy to be here. Thank you, everyone. Always good to be here, Mr. Harloff. Happy to be here.
Look, it's great to have you here. You are indeed one of the legends of the game, and you've been here since the beginning, 2014, and you and I have seen many people come into this league. We've seen rookies of the year turn into superstars. We've seen the Rachel Cushings, the Clark Wolves, right? Lon Harris last year debuted at the very tail end of the season. Ethan Erwin debuted this season. They both have had stellar performances so far. Lon Harris already 2-0, Erwin 1-0. Now, Lon had a little bit of a different path. He beats Marc Bernardin, and everyone's like, oh my God, this guy's going to be, who's he playing next? And he challenges Cody Hall.
Cody of all people.
Cody had played against me and lost, and Cody hadn't played in like 3 years, 4 years. Cody took Lon to sudden death, got a perfect round, and almost upset Lon there. I mean, what did you think about that match?
I was proud of my boy Cody for hanging in there as long as he did, but that's the Schmoedown. Any given day, you never know what you're going to get, but Lon did pull out the victory as we knew he would, so I just chalk it up for one of those days, you know?
Yeah, well, you kind of have to, because then you put Lon into the free-for-all,
yes,
and he goes 10 rounds and just annihilates and shows why he is called the professor. The stuff he was knocking people out left and right. And he said, well, look at this guy. He is for real. The 2-0 stands. Then he challenges Copster for some reason, and Copster says, no. Thad Williams tells him, no, you're not going to play Copster. You're playing Ethan Erwin. And Ethan Erwin already in his young career has become a fan favorite. Now, these comparisons might be crazy, but they're saying he could be the next Merle. I might have even said that at one point. I mean, he's got those type of skills. Do you think that's a warranted comparison?
Listen, as I mentioned previously with the any given Schmoedown day, that is true every single time. This is going to be his third appearance in the Schmoedown, so we can see what happens. However, on paper, and what I know personally of Ethan Erwin, yes, I think he could be the next Merle. I'm waiting to see what happens in this match, because that will really color what I think.
Well, I also want to hear what the competitors had to think, and we're going to hear from them right now.
Good afternoon, students. Now, I had hoped to continue my process taking on the Schmoedown's most promising, most intense, who I felt were the big challengers of tomorrow, of the next era of the Schmoedown, training the future competitors. It seems that our dear commissioner, Mr. Thaddeus, feels differently.
Hey, Schmoedown fans, I'm back. It's Ethan Erwin, Hollywood big shot, Mr. Big Time. No, I'm just kidding. But I had a great time when I went up against Yolanda, and the free-for-all was a ton of fun. And now I'm back against you say it's John? Against Professor John Harris. I don't know who that is. He sounds like a nice guy. I'm sure he is. I'm sure you guys love him. But I tell you what, professor or not, I'm going to school this guy.
Thaddeus has instead put me up against a film producer, I'm to understand, a certain Ethan Erwin. I was not familiar with his work. He's not made any, I would say, A-list films, maybe some B, some on the C-list. I did notice one particularly significant and I thought appropriate item on his filmography, a film called Unknown. Because that's what he is in this competition, and that is likely what he will be.
You know, when I first came into this, it was just for fun. It was for a laugh. And then after my first match, you know, I got a little taste. And at the free-for-all, it really became an addiction. And I am so excited to be back. I want to go all the way to the top, and I'm going to go all the way to the top.
To Mr. Erwin, I hope him a good I hope that he has a good match. I think he has some potential. I think he needs to work at it. I think he definitely needs to remember that we do have an honor code here on the Schmoedown, and I think that's all I have for today, so class dismissed.
In many ways, I think we're like two Liam Neesons with our particular set of skills, or it might be Liam's Neeson. Either way, the two of us together, I think, are going to be very evenly matched, but of course, in the end, I will destroy him.
Well, I mean, Lon taking some shots at Ethan, saying that one of his movies is the same as his career. He's an unknown. And then Ethan firing back. Won't even get Lon's name, calls him John Harris. Won't call him Lon Harris, refuses to do it. And they both, like Ethan says it in the interview, he is addicted to this now. He wants to play. Lon also, I think, is getting more of that hunger, too, being forced to play the competitor. It doesn't mean that he's not going to do well. It could mean the exact opposite. Lon is a very dangerous competitor.
Yeah, he is a dangerous competitor. Ethan is a dangerous competitor. This is like a main event for me, man. This is two people that I want to see how they do and how they're going to move forward going on in the league.
Well, we're going to start it up, and before we do, I'd like to thank the patrons. You guys, thank you so much for joining us, keeping us going here. You are the reason that we are putting on this show week in and week out. All the great tiers that we have, new ones are coming. Make sure you check those out. Breanne Chandler doing an amazing job really running this whole thing for us, and the stuff that we have worked on together, implementing to you guys. Go and join that. The link is in the description. Would love to have you guys as supporters of this league so we can grow it together. Without any further ado, I'm ready to do tail of the tape. You've got the Professor, Lon Harris. You've got classics. You have romantic comedies. Did you know he likes romantic comedies?
I did not know that. Makes sense.
And making people feel little.
That's a very apt description, yes.
Ethan Erwin, whose strengths are 80s movies, action movies, and also not letting people make him feel little. It's a good strength to have. Okay, are you ready to get going?
I'm ready to get going.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, representing the Hollywood Brass, with a record of 1 win, no defeats, and 1 knockout, is the 2018 Free-for-All finalist, Ethan Big Time Erwin! Will this be the last time that is not the favorite is the question?
Yeah, I doubt that if he gets through this match, he's going to be the favorite going forward.
How is he going to do the pressure? Yeah. All right. And his opponent, from the School of the Elite, with a record of 2 wins, no defeats, accompanied by Cody Hall, the Professor, Lon Harris.
Cody's part of his faction, it looks like. An apple a day. Giving the professor an apple, yeah.
Look at Cody. All right, so Cody coming up, true to his word, sticks with his mentor, I guess.
There may be a razor blade in there. I'm just saying.
How dare you?
Ooh,
Cody would never do that. You're a good boy.
Already off and running like that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, round number 1 is going to work like this. The competitors will get 8 questions worth 1 point apiece. When it is their time to answer, they will show their answer to the camera and say it at the same time. 15 seconds to answer the question. Do not forget about your JTE rule. Do not forget about your challenge rule. If you need any of those explained further, let us know and we will do so. But if not, Professor, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ethan Erwin, are you ready?
Always be closing.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! All right. Question number 1 in the realm of dramas. This 2011 political drama about an idealistic staffer on the campaign trail saw Ryan Gosling and George Clooney. Both feverishly writing it down.
Yeah, they seem to know this answer right out of the gate.
You might be seeing one of the grades here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lon.
I believe the film is Ides of March.
That is correct, Ethan.
Ides of March.
Ides of March it is. 1-1. Tying it up.
Off and running.
All right, next one.
All right. Gentlemen, the next question comes in the category of comedies. Comedies. In Young Frankenstein, who plays the monster? What a great film.
It's a great, I love this. One of my favorite comedies.
I think it's one of it's my favorite Mel Brooks, I think.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ethan.
Peter Boyle.
Correct.
Correct.
Lon.
It is the lovely and talented Peter Boyle.
Tied up. Tied up again. Okay. Next question. Action adventure. What What government agency does Dylan work for in Predator? That is, and it's Ethan.
Yeah,
right?
Ethan. Well, there's a Silver Pictures Predator reference in
5,
there, I think.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Lon?
At the CIA.
Correct. Ethan.
CIA.
Tied up again. 3-3.
Just
I like
going.
neither of us, by the way, would use periods on that. We're just like, forget
No.
it. Forget this acronym.
All right, here we go. Next
All
one.
right,
Doesn't
next,
stand for anything.
next question, gentlemen, comes in the category of horror thriller. Sigourney Weaver appears in how many films in the Alien franchise? Total films in the Alien franchise. I knew this question. I
knew
knew.
this
I like the Alien franchise.
I know you do.
Yeah.
And you almost got killed by one.
I did get killed by an alien.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Ethan.
4.
That is correct. Lon.
I also have 4.
Wow.
It is.
Tie game. And the score is 4-4.
Yep.
4-4.
Not
Okay.
surprising there.
Next question. Category of animated. Who voices Rango in the animated 2010 film Rango? I just like saying Rango.
Rango is fun. Rango.
Like that.
Rango.
And
Trickles
5,
off the tongue.
4, 3, 2, 1. Lon.
A name that's less fun to say than Rango, Johnny Depp.
There you go.
There it
Ethan.
is.
Jonathan Peter Depp.
And we're tied.
We are tied.
5-5.
This is. I'm not surprised in
surprised
the
at all.
least in this. We'll see what happens if they can get. Both of them could be going for a perfect round. All right, your next question in the category of crime movies. Crime. Beethoven's Ninth Symphony is an important plot point in which Stanley Kubrick film? That's a good question right there. Yeah, I had to dig deep to remember that one.
Absolutely right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Ethan Erwin.
The Killing?
Incorrect. Lon.
It's Clockwork Orange.
That's correct.
I guess that's true. That is a crime.
Lon going up by 1 here. That's
Lon
big.
going up.
That is
That's-
could make
that's
the
a
difference.
rare miss
That
from
could make
Ethan.
the difference. Next question here. In fantasy sci-fi, this actor played a younger Bruce Willis in this 2012 sci-fi thriller.
Feverishly running. They seem to know this, I think.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lon.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
That is correct.
That is
Ethan.
correct.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
There we go.
And then so we have Lon Harris now has an opportunity here. Lon Harris has an opportunity to get a perfect round should he
right.
get this question.
Your final question, gentlemen, in the first round comes from directors. Who directed Boyhood?
Someone over there, not a fan.
And I
5,
think Lon is smiling.
4,
He might know this.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And we have Ethan.
Richard Linklater.
Correct. Lon.
I also had Richard
That is a
Linklater.
perfect round for Lon Harris.
Perfect round
So
for
Lon
Lon.
Harris now has a chance here to go up by 1 if he can get this question here. Lon, this is only for you. You do not have to write it down. Simply answer the question in 15 seconds time.
Very well.
Bonus question. What 2000s sci-fi horror film had the tagline, "The last man on Earth is not alone"? Five, 4, 3.
I'll say I Am Legend.
That's
1
correct.
point. Lon Harris going up by 2, having a hell of a game here against
That's
Ethan
it.
Erwin, up by 2 now. Ethan missing that point hurt him, but he's only down by 2 as we get into round number 2. As the wheel comes out, round number 2 is going to work like this. The competitors will spin the wheel. If it lands on a category they do not like, they can spin again, unless, of course, it lands on opponent's choice. Each question is worth 2 points apiece unless they go to multiple choice. Then it is worth 1 point. You can steal from your opponent in this round. 15 seconds again to answer the question. You both have all your JTE rules. You both have your challenges as we get into round number 2. Lon, you are in the lead by 2. Would you like to go first or
And
second?
he's not even.
I will.
All right, here we go. All right, so Lon Harris will spin the wheel. This is going to be crucial for Lon here.
Yep.
He needs to get a category he likes in order to sustain his lead here.
And the crowd comes alive with
They
the
do.
spin of the wheel.
They do.
Let's see where it lands. Slowing down, slowing down. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's having the luck of the draw here.
Wow.
Lon Harris.
Perfect round, and now spinner's choice.
Lon Harris is
you
having
know?
the game of his life. Famous actors and actresses. I will do the questions here to Lon Harris, famous actress and actress. Here we go. Lon, your first question here in the realm of famous actors and actresses for 2 points. Christian Bale, Matthew McConaughey, and Gerard Butler co-starred in what 2000s movie?
Reign of Fire?
2 points.
2 points. Wow.
Wow, there
Perhaps
you go.
that oldie but goodie, man.
Second question. In what Robert Altman film did Bruce Willis play himself?
Prairie Home Companion?
Incorrect. Ethan for the steal.
Pret-a-porter?
Now we're looking for the player.
The player.
Player.
Well, we're both idiots.
Yeah.
That was very
Player.
obvious. We're very
Oh,
stupid.
boy.
Cancel the show.
I'm
Missed
done.
that steal there.
Next one. That was
could've
big.
been a
Ethan
one.
needed that
Yeah.
one. Okay, here we go. Here's your next one. What 2000s comedy starring Ben Stiller was Ed Norton's directorial debut?
I believe it's called Keeping the Faith.
2 points.
2 points. Wow.
2 points.
That's
All right.
a good dig there.
All right, and your last one. Okay. Who starred as the title character in Sam Peckinpah's 1965 Western, Major Dundee?
I've seen this film. I believe it is Charlton Heston.
2 points for Lon Harris. Wow. Lon Harris there goes up by 8 points. Now it's Ethan Erwin's time to spin. Ethan has to have a good round here or he's going to be in a big, big hole. Here we go. Spin for the wheel of Ethan. Ethan needs to come back.
A fine spin.
Ethan also looking for spinner's choice here. Got to try to stay away from him. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Look at this. Oh, he's going away from
There
it.
we
He's
go.
getting
There
close.
we go.
Where is it? Spy movies? It looks like Spy. You can spin
Spy
again if you want, or you
movies.
can stay, Ethan. Spin or stay?
I'm very stupid. I'm going to spin.
He's going to spin
He's
again.
gonna spin again.
Okay.
You gotta take that chance
He's
sometimes.
taking
You
a
know.
shot. He's down by 8. He wants something he's confident in.
Yeah. See where it lands. All right, slowing down now.
It's coming back around,
Here we
though.
go.
No.
Here we go. No, going by. And
Thriller.
Thrillers.
Okay,
All
so
right.
Ethan's going to land on thrillers here as we get to thrillers.
All right, your first question in thrillers, Ethan. In M. Night Shyamalan's film Split, what was the nickname of the cannibalistic personality taken by James McAvoy's character at the climax of the movie?
Multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice it is. Is it A, the Goliath, B, the Eater, C, the Hunger, D, the Beast?
The Beast.
Correct for 1 point.
There you go.
All right, your next question in thrillers. F. Gary Gray directed what 2009 crime thriller starring Gerard Butler and Jamie Foxx?
Law-abiding citizen.
That's correct
2
for 2
points.
points. That's a good one. All
Are
right.
you looking at what I'm doing here?
Your next question. In what thriller will you find a serial killer with the nickname Buffalo Bill?
Silence of the Lambs.
That's correct.
2
2
points.
points. All right, Ethan, in your last question in the category of thriller. Who played Tim Robbins' deceased son in Jacob's Ladder? That is a deep cut. Yep, the audience.
Yeah, see, you're not groaning about the previous question
Nope.
anymore. 5, 4.
Macaulay Culkin.
Ooh, 2
2
points.
points. Wow, that was a pull, and we are 1 point.
Wow.
We started this round with Ethan 1 point behind, and we go into the third round now 1 point behind. It is everything we thought it would be,
Yep.
and how important now was that extra point in round 1 for Lon Harris.
That was.
As we now get into round number 3, the competitors are going to have 3 numbers from 1 to 20. The first one's going to be worth 2 points. Second one is worth 3. The third one will be worth 5 points. Lon Harris, you are in the lead here. Please pick 3 numbers from 1 to 20.
We'll go 3, 7, and 12.
3, 7, and 12. Ethan.
I will do 1, 10, and 17.
1, 10, and 17 for Ethan. All right, Ethan's going to start out here, and he chose category 1 for Ethan Erwin. Directors, Ethan. Directors. For 2 points. Who directed 2005's Elizabethtown?
Cameron Crowe.
2 points.
2
Goes
points.
back to Lon Harris.
There we go.
Lon Harris chose category 3.
All right, category 3, you chose dramas. Dramas for your 2-point question. Name the 2 stars of Midnight Cowboy.
It's Dustin Hoffman and John Voight.
2 points.
2 points. Back to Ethan Erwin. Back to Ethan Erwin. All right, Ethan, your 3-pointer comes in the realm of spy movies. After directing The Empire Strikes Back, Irvin Kershner went on to direct which James Bond film?
Never Say Never Again.
3 points for Ethan Erwin. Wow, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. Now back to Lon Harris, category 7 for Lon Harris.
7 for Lon. All right, we go to your 3-pointer, Lon, and that will come in 80s, the category of 80s. For your 3-pointer, who directed Jason Patrick and Corey Haim in The Lost Boys?
I believe it is Joel Schumacher.
That's 3 points.
Holy crap, this is shades of Draco and Bibiani all over again.
Back and forth.
So now we get to Ethan Erwin. He's got his 5-pointer. If he hits this, it goes back to Lon Harris. If not, Lon Harris will win the game here. Ethan Erwin, here we go. 5 points here in the category of rom-coms.
Let's
do it.
Apparently
who played cool girl Nicole, who might be falling for her dorky neighbor in 1999's Drive Me Crazy?
Melissa Joan Hart.
5 points for Ethan Erwin. 24-20. How the hell did you know that one? I wouldn't have known that for
I wouldn't
shit.
have known that at all.
Right.
My God.
So now.
All right, Lon, your last question. 5 points is the category of animated. Animated for 5 points. Which 2 actors played Detective Thompson and Thompson in the Spielberg animation The Adventures of Tintin?
Five.
I believe it's Matt
4,
Lucas and
3,
Ben Lucas.
And your winner, Ethan Big Time The answer was Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost was the answer. What an absolute battle. That's a potential battle of the year. Holy crap. 24-20 as Ethan Erwin just beats Lon Harris. Had Lon Harris hit that 5 points, I believe he might have. I believe Ethan Erwin just broke the singles record. I believe so. I believe 23 is what it was beforehand, held by myself and Bibiani. I believe so. I'll let that be confirmed afterwards. But Ethan Erwin and Lon Harris, what a matchup. It was everything we wanted it to be. Lon Harris with an amazing matchup. Owned 1 and 2, just barely missed with that 5-pointer. Ethan taking it home. Wow, that was something.
That was something. I cannot believe that Melissa Joan Hart question.
That was it. That was it.
Unbelievable to pull that out. I can't believe it. But gentlemen, both competitors just showed how dangerous they are, and we're going to be looking at them. Anybody that goes against either of these gentlemen is in for some trouble. Yeah,
Lon Harris with a loss actually won. I mean, 2-1 with that match. That's going to be considered one of the greatest singles matches of all time, I think. And here's Jen Sturger to talk to both of them. Here we go.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with Ethan Erwin. That was an amazing performance, Ethan.
Thank you.
I think it's safe to say that after your performance in Free For All and your performance today, you're starting to make a name for yourself here. You are a force to be reckoned with.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it was. This was a crazy match. It was. I won't lie to you, a little terrifying. But no, it's awesome, and I can't wait. I feel like now that I've really started to make a name for myself, I've just got to keep moving up the ladder. I feel like the next step is the Godfather himself.
I don't know.
Jim
That's a pretty bold statement. You know, it's just, but given your performance today, you know, you had a solid first round and you still were 2 points under Lon. And then the second round, you know, you redeemed yourself a little bit and you were still under by a point. And that third round was just, wow. You know, tell me what you were feeling going into that third round.
Can I just say, going back, that I was super embarrassed to miss the obvious Stanley Kubrick question. I mean, I was like, what? What was I thinking?
We were
and
for you too.
And the fact that both of us missed the player, which was also obvious. So look, sometimes you get a little wrapped up in your own head. You think go down the rabbit hole there. But no, by the third round, I felt like I was really firing on all cylinders, and I felt really good about it.
Absolutely. So, McWeenie it is, huh?
Yeah. He's up next.
Make it happen.
More Melissa Joan Hart questions.
Lon, that was an amazing performance today. You have
Thank you.
absolutely nothing to hang your head about.
Why would I be hanging my head? Honestly, it's a little bit of an outrage. I did present the Schmoedown with what I thought was a very compelling, very coherent syllabus of the kinds of films that we should be dealing with. And what do I end up losing on? Oh, a Melissa Clarissa Joan Hart question and a question about a cartoon. Who did the voice of the dog and the super baby in the cartoon? Like, this is not what the Schmoedown was supposed to be. These were not the kinds of questions that I was supposed to be getting. And so if this is how the Schmoedown wants to play it, if this is how Manager Thaddeus wants to go on his power trip, then I say, well, line them up. I'll take on whoever the Schmoedown wants to throw at me. That is the professor's new goal, is to dominate the Schmoedown with my brilliance.
So who do you want next?
I don't care. Literally anybody from this league I will take on. They can throw all of the... I'll catch up on the kitty cartoons. I'll set my DVR to record Nickelodeon for a few weeks.
You
so
can
I
borrow
keep
them
up.
from me.
And I'll catch up on all of the Nicktoons, and then we can proceed, and I'll take on any challenger you want to throw my way.
Okay, back to you guys.
Look, no surprise there. What was the surprise, though, was Ethan Erwin calling out Drew McWeenie. How about that? Drew McWeenie versus Ethan Erwin in a battle. That is going, sign me up tomorrow. Yes. I mean, I am ready to go. And Lon Harris going a different direction, not calling out the Copsters and all these other people. Now he's saying he does one. Well, he's diminishing them, saying that they're not as important, but he wants to go after the higher tier competitors, as he should.
Yes.
With a victory like that was a victory. That was a victory. Man, I was so impressed with both of those guys. Erwin versus McWeenie is something that's a pay-per-view event all on its own. Now, Lon Harris against anyone now. This match just made both these guys superstars.
Yep, superstars. They're on the map, and it's smart to go after the big boys. You got to keep chopping these big trees down to get to the championship, and I like that attitude from Ethan.
Man, I am so happy that we got to witness today. I'm so glad that you guys got to witness this today, because this was something. Put it in the record books here, too, as we get closer and closer to the Collider Collision, which is not too far away. And then, yes, we've got the June 2nd, the big match between the Shire Wolves and Team Action in the main event. Check that out, as well as the undercard, which could be a main event all in itself, the triple threat for the Star Wars #1 contender. You've got Joseph Scrimshaw, Alex Damon, and yes, the pit boss, Ken Knapsack. Head-to-head, the winner plays Sam Witwer at the Collider Collision for the championship. Tickets are on sale now, so make sure you go and get those. Man, again, thank you to the patrons, all you guys. Keep on joining. Keep new people, if you haven't, make sure you join that. And we are also on Twitter. Check us out at the Schmoedown, as well as Podcast One. Now, all of these episodes are on iTunes, so check it out on iTunes. You can find it on the Podcast One app. Thank you guys very much. For Mark Yodi Riley, I'm Christian Arloff. What a match.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and it is time for your Schmoedown Breakdown. And your winner! And what has to be in consideration for Match of the Year, as well as one of the greatest matches of all time, Lon Harris and Ethan Erwin put on one hell of a show today. Things were looking good for Lon early on as he earned a perfect round, including the bonus. This was just the third time it has happened this season. Into the second round, Lon is up by 2 points and tacks on another 6 points. Ethan Erwin would put up 7 points of his own, closing the gap and now trailing just by 1 point heading into the final round. Both players were trading shots here. Ethan hits his 2-pointer, so does Lon. Ethan hits his 3-pointer, so does Lon. It would all come down to the 5-pointer for Ethan, and he has one of the pulls of the year and hits his 5-pointer. Now, with all the pressure and the game on the line, Lon could not pull an answer for his 5-pointer that would have won him the game. Ethan Erwin, in a knockout, drag-out fight, earns the victory 24-20. A lot happened in this match that was record-setting. Ethan Erwin's 24 points is the most points scored in a 3-round match, and the combined 44 points from both players in this match is the highest scoring 3-round match of all time. Looking at Lon and Ethan's performances, they both went 14 of 16 on the day. The only thing that separates these two was the ability to answer the 5-pointer. Lon Harris became the 18th player in singles league history to lose a match when having a lead going into the final round. And as for Ethan Erwin, when you take into account his 2 singles matches thus far and his free-for-all appearance, his accuracy stands at 81% overall. If you want to find out other stats about this match and from around the league, check out SD Rundown Stats on Twitter. And don't forget to check out the Schmoedown Rundown every Saturday on YouTube and the Collider Factory podcast feed. This has been your Schmoedown Breakdown.